back. We're gonna brew batch 135. Strictly Prohibited NFL beer that I brew every year. And the recipe is strictly prohibited. Why wouldn't it be? So we got some grains in here we're gonna grind. This is the standard 2-row. Everybody knows they use that. So that'll tell you I got 8 pounds of that in there, but the rest is top secret. How you doing? Uh-oh. My drill quit working. So we'll get this ground up and we'll get back to what's going on. I got my yell over the sound of the grinder. I got my strike water on. I got 9 gallons of strike water. I got 2 gallons of sparge water if we need it. Everything's been treated with metabisulfate to remove the chlorine and chloramines. And what else can I say? That the pH has been lowered down to about 5.8 I go with. So I'll get back to you when we're brewing, I guess. Why wouldn't I? Here's the rest of the grains we're grinding up for the NFL beer. It's called Strictly Prohibited. So I can't talk about the recipe, you know what I'm saying? Why would I? Batch 135 today. Gonna be NFL beer I make every year. We call it Strictly Prohibited. Running the strike water into the mash tun. I always come in 10 degrees hotter than my dough in what I want to be. So I'm at 160, approximately 165, and I want the temperature to drop down to about 155 with the coldness of the mash tun and the grains at their temperatures. That usually brings it right into within range that we're looking for here. So we estimate this. We usually come right in on the money, so she's at the temperature we're looking for here. Let's see how we do. All right, we did a mandatory filing of the grains. We're going to start doughing in slowly here, and we'll check our temperature as we progress. Okay, there's a fly here, that bastard. So we're at 152. I'm liking it. I was shooting for 155, I said. Let's stir this up. No dough balls. 153. Time I get the rest of my strike water in here, be right on target. I go with a single infusion. One of the easiest brews to do. I do have sparge water on that's treated. I do want to gather a total of almost 8 gallons, 7.5 gallons. So I'll burn off 2. So I like to get about 8 gallons. And what we burn off is 2 gallons. And if my ABV isn't where I want it, I can add some DME or some sugars or anything. You can, some honey. You can kick it up that way if you want. No ABV or specific gravity at the time. All right, here we are, soaking in the hot tub. I'm going to start the verloft. I'm not verlofting. We're just going to go right to the boil kettle here slowly, and we'll be boiling this in about an hour or so. I'm in no hurry today. We're just going to relax and let it drain slowly. And this is the NHL or NFL beer. I'm running the Strictly Prohibited off to the boil kettle here. We're going to be boiling shortly. I'm sitting here in the hot tub. How you doing? I'm enjoying the day while I'm making a nice beer. So we'll run this to the boil kettle. We'll get it on the boil, and we'll get our hops in there shortly, and the rest will be history there. So little flies are coming around here. They better not spoil my beer. How you doing? So on with batch 135. The Strictly Prohibited football beer. Why wouldn't it be? Go in the circle. My wife is putting the sparge water in. Ow! Just got burnt. My wife is putting the sparge water in.
Strictly prohibited.
Strictly prohibited. And the recipe is just that, strictly prohibited. She's got one pitcher in and we got the flow going. So this is what I call brewing and relaxing at the same time. So we're watching the tube here on different videos and we're brewing ourselves a nice strictly prohibited beer. We've done it before. It's more of a pale ale. We don't give the secrets away on this because it's for the NFL. We all know how that works. So the wife is coming back with another pitcher of treated water. As in a sparge. I'm going to go slow with it, and it's probably going to be a good deal that we did. Slow, slow, slow. The last sugars we're getting off of this were 1023, so I'm sure this is going to finish it right off. A lot of people can do a batch sparge. It doesn't hurt, and even the dumping in like she's doing now, it's not going to stir up the grain bed too bad to where it's going to get any problems with it. It's just like a batch sparge. All right, we just got the strictly prohibited beer onto the burner. Got the flame lit, so we're off to the boil. In about 10 minutes, we'll be adding hops once we get to the boil, and we're on our way, Houston. We're sitting in a hot tub yet, and we have the 8.5 gallons of wort of the NFL beer that we call strictly prohibited in the boil kettle. The flame is on. We are approaching the hot break, which means I have to get out of the hot tub and start adding hops. And in the meantime, in a kettle on a hot plate, I have my dinner going, which is a nice Italian sausage, or Polish sausage, excuse me, which is going to be a delicious thing for dinner. We're sitting in here watching videos and brewing a beer. The cleanup is going to be easy because that'll be tomorrow. Why wouldn't it be?
Why wouldn't we?
Why wouldn't we? Here's the hot break, guys. She is going to want to boil right over. I have in my hands here 3 ounces of homegrown 2021 Cascade, or 2020 Cascade hops. It says right on the pack there. 2020. So these are a little bit older. The hot break is insane. Let's see if the proteins will roll over by themselves without me going over there and cranking it down. We're just a 1/4 inch of boiling over. What's going to happen? And we're a 1/16 of an inch boiling over. What's going to happen? And I'm going to have to shut it down. And shut the heat down just a little bit because that hot break is insane. So we're going to open up the 3 ounces of 2020 homegrown Cascade hops if the scissors are sharp enough. Why would they be? It's like I'm hacking away here, nothing's happening. All right. The proteins are starting to settle down a little bit on the hot break. And the 3 ounces of 2020 Cascade hops are open. And we're still soaking in the hot tub, relaxing. As soon as I can see the opening of my basket, I'll drop these in. And there it is. Dead center. We're in. Gotta wonder if I missed any. And a little bit more. I'll do it by hand. They are in.
Time around 15 minutes.
45 minutes.
45. All right.
We set a timer for 45 minutes as we put in the Cascade hops into the basket. And the boil is on like no tomorrow. So we'll be back to the next edition in 45 minutes, right, wouldn't we? Unless we stay too long in a hot tub. 2 ounces of Willamette. Oh, I'm not supposed to give it away. 2 ounces of hops are in. Last 15 minutes. Huge cap of Irish moss is in. A huge gaping spoonful of yeast energizer is in. $10.52. Beautiful.
Are you writing it down?
Gonna have to.
Perfect. 10:52.
Until next time, Proust.